Blocked. A planned demolition of a drainage obstruction on a private property, believed to be at the epicenter of the drainage issues on Ward Avenue, was halted on Sunday due to a motorcar parked along a manhole at the location. Mayor of Mandeville Donovan Mitchell told reporters on Sunday that the vehicle blocked a work crew from accessing the manhole. Mitchell declined to speak extensively on the matter due to looming legal proceedings. Reporters were told that lawyers representing the Manchester Municipal Corporation would be seeking an injunction today regarding the drainage obstruction. Last Thursday, Mitchell said he was tired of the flooding issue on Ward Avenue, even after an expenditure to remedy the problem. We spent over $62 million on a drainage program for Ward Avenue. We have learned that a section of the drain itself has been blocked by a resident. We investigated and have found it to be true. Our lawyers have been contacted, Mitchell said at Thursday's sitting at the Municipal Corporation. Mitchell claimed the property owner refused to accept a letter regarding the notice for the demolition of the obstruction. This interferes with the drainage system, has resulted in significant disruption in the proper drainage and the management of water flow in the area, and poses a threat to public health and safety. In light of this, we reminded you that the action is a blatant breach of the restrictive covenant on the certificate of registration title, the corporation said in the letter, which was read in part by Mitchell at the council meeting. We hereby demand that the company limited immediately cease and desist from any further obstruction or interference with the drainage system that runs through the subject property, and inform that the Manchester Municipal Corporation, acting within its right under the restrictive covenant, hereby give notice that it will access the property within 5 days of receipt of this letter to remove the obstruction, added Mitchell, as he read another section of the letter. InDrive hits out against false accusations, says 99.9% of trips incident-free. Global ride-hailing service InDrive, in hitting out against what it says are false accusations about its operation in recent days, has assured that 99.9% of InDrive trips in Jamaica are incident-free thanks to real-time AI-powered facial recognition and other safety features. In a statement to reporters in response to questions asked by the news house, Senior Vice President of the Global Communication Consultory Another, which is an InDrive agency of record for the region, said InDrive has deemed it important to address these events with facts rather than pure speculation. In addressing safety concern, its method of recruiting drivers, InDrive said one of our safety features, which includes enhanced user verification during registration, where drivers are not allowed to join the platform without all the required paperwork approved, has already reduced the incident rate of 50%. With regard to safety, our mission couldn't be clearer. We want to get to zero incidents and continue to work tirelessly towards this goal, with both platform featured partnering with third-party institutions and liaising with authorities to stamp out these issues that affect our entire industry, the ride-hailing outfit said further. InDrive defense comes after days of speculation that a driver linked to its platform is a suspect now in police custody in connection with the murder and abduction of St. Catherine educator Daniel Anglin, who had been missing since Monday, May 13. Anglin, the police said, left her Helsher Park home in St. Catherine for work at St. Peter Calvary Primary and Infant School in St. Andrew, but she never arrived. Skeletal remains believed to be that of hers were found on Monday, June 3rd, in Salt River, Clarendon, just over 23 miles from Anglin's home. According to the police, the suspect, a convicted sex offender, has admitted to his involvement in her disappearance. They further said cyber forensics and intelligence from National Closed-Circuit Television Surveillance Program Jamaica helped them zone in on the man who is yet to be named. On Tuesday, June 4, Transport Minister Darrell Valls, triggered by the situation, announced that he had recommended to the island's telecommunications outfit that they ban all ride-sharing apps operating here under a regulatory framework which is in place. I would like to state that this matter is not because of incident. My recommendation as of today, which will obviously have to be vetted for legal purposes, is a ban with immediate effect on all these ride-sharing apps with immediate effect until such time as we can come to the table and work out properly how these apps can be regulated in terms of making sure the safety and background checks of the drivers are done not only by the apps but by the Jamaican authorities, and I made no apologies, he said at the time. Volz said the government has sought to engage the ride-hailing RH providers, both the operators internationally and locally, to streamline their operations within the regulatory regime. Also, at the time singled out InDrive as being the only ride-sharing entity that had not come to the talk table despite being invited by the government. InDrive remains outstanding. I would like to point out that in addition to the government's concern about safety and security in this environment, there are issues relating to undercutting of marketing where lower fares are charged, and that impacts on tourism, the economy in general, and the threat of other issues such as money laundering and terrorism, Walz told the House representatives. Deputy Commissioner of Police in charge of crime Fitzbailey, in later describing ride-sharing entities as a thorn in the side of investigators because of their dependence in-app communication and the absence of physical bases, said cops received no input whatsoever from the ride-share outfit in solving the teacher's disappearance. But InDrive, raising its own defense in relation to those statements and with the view of providing complete transparency, told reporters as soon as it became aware of the case, its support team initiated the internal protocol of immediate response and provided an official response to the authorities within 24 hours. The relevant authorities have been in touch and have provided us with the name of the main suspect that is currently being investigated. This was stated by InDrive. We can confirm that we have no user registered on the platform coinciding with the name, phone number, or email account associated with the main suspect, which the authorities share with us. We are currently collaborating with the authorities to investigate this matter, and at this time, we can confirm that the incident did not occur on our platform. We will continue to closely cooperate with the authorities to ensure that justice is served in this case and any more potentially in the future, it told reporters. InDrive said, in extending condolences to the friends and relatives of Anglin, it is already in touch with them to provide any necessary assistance. In the meantime, extended an olive branch to the Jamaican authorities. We understand that this incident has stirred considerable debates among the government about ride-hailing platforms, and at InDrive we take our responsibility seriously. We have been in dialogue with the relevant authorities over recent weeks to co-create initiatives that stamp out assault and violence for both drivers and passengers of any form to the transport center, it stated. Property tax headache. Montego Bay Mayor Richard Vernon says more than $1 billion in property taxes remain unpaid by residents in gated and other formal communities across municipality, putting a strain on local authorities' efforts to maintain infrastructure in St. James. About 90% of these communities are paying, but as to the percentage of the population within the community that is paying, it varies, and not just paying at the current date rate or what is outstanding currently, but the accurate amount as well, stated Vernon. I will tell you that our communities like Anshore and those areas with 500 million outstanding, Bogue Village 1,000 lots are outstanding for the fiscal year, but there is also an accurate amount, and I don't remember the exact figure, but we have a couple billions in terms of property taxes outstanding across the municipality, he told reporters. For Meadows of Irwin, I believe they are at about 30% in terms of compliance, and that is putting a strain on the resources that we have to work with to cover large communities like Meadows of Irwin and smaller ones, he noted. The National Land Agency states that property or land tax is imposed on a person in possession of land, such as the owner, occupier, or mortgagor. The tax is based on the unimproved value of the land. Property tax covers community infrastructure and civic improvements, the rehabilitation of roads and farm roads, as well as the provision of minor water supply and more. The mayor said that it is often the residents of informal communities who are compliant in paying their property taxes, and it is a little bit discouraging to know that it is the well-established communities that have everything in place in terms of water, street lights, and roads that present the most challenges with collection. We are still at a crossroads where gated communities are concerned and the policies at the local level concerning gated communities. I believe something is to be looked at a higher level, but until then, we try as best as possible to carry out the maintenance of these communities, stated Vernon. What we urge them to do, regardless of the fact that they are gated and already paid for their property or they're paying for it, it is considered that the funds that we need to operate in that space must come from the communities, he stressed. The mayor said the St. James Municipal Corporation has hosted community meetings to discuss the issue and encourage compliance among property owners. Similar activities have been initiated at the central government level. Among the government employees, reject the concerns and encourage them to pay their property taxes. The staff at the municipal corporation, we encourage them to pay theirs also, but we must lead by example. Then we send requests to our sister agency and departments to have their members pay up their taxes as well, urged Vernon. People are not making the connection between property taxes and the maintenance requirements for debushing, road patching, garbage collection, the street lights, and drain cleaning, he further told reporters. We say it casually, but in reality, we are not prioritizing it. They may say, oh, we are not seeing the value for the money, and we're not seeing this, we're not seeing that. But if I should put it to them, what is it that costs to maintain all the communities and the town centers, which also benefit from property taxes, versus what we collect in terms of property taxes, that we have seen the size of a gap, he stated. The mayor explained that money collected for property tax across Jamaica is placed in the consolidated fund managed by the Ministry of Local Government and Community Development. He said the funds are distributed equally among the municipalities to tend to infrastructure needs. It now takes efforts from a larger cross-section of Jamaica to be on board with compliance. Otherwise, you will just find one set of persons paying to the benefit of other persons who do not do their paying, he noted. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.